And hello, everybody. It's this time of the week. It's the town hall time. And today, you won't be seeing my other part. I'm going to be a solo host, but with a guest or with a founder, with the CEO, with the guy you all know. Hello and welcome, Pan, back to GameSwift Town Halls.
Welcome everybody. Nice to be. But by the way, you're introducing me that I am back while I am present in the two consecutive town halls. So I think I am not back anymore. I just stay, right? So glad to see you guys.
That's even better to hear that you're staying with us. We've been missing you. We've been missing your some of your technical analysis. We've been missing your long tongue to be spilling some of the beans and alpha. Sometimes I do believe that everybody loves it.
Yeah, like I think most of the people, according to the yesterday Dogin Hood airdrop, are not sharing your enthusiasm. For the last couple of hours, I've been listening to the a lot of fat, to the a lot of hate comments. Some of the people even one of the users even requested for me to step down from being the CEO. So I'm here to basically address those negative emotions, and I would be more than happy to present my opinion on the last 24 hours. At the end of the day, everything is all about the GSWIFT airdrop season. For the last couple of months, the anticipation around airdrops grown a lot. And yes, this is mostly due to the fact that we secured a lot of projects to join and contribute to our treasury. At the same time, those projects were not ready for the listing due to the negative market conditions. Not a lot of them were brave enough to get ready for the listing, as most of the altcoins were dumping. But Dogin Hood was like the first project to be brave enough to do so. They did their listing yesterday when the uncertainty around financial markets were at the all-time high. It was not a good listing, let's be honest with each other. The right after like making like 2x, they went under the TG, and I promised my team to not show the charts of BTC, because obviously we are happy with the Bitcoin performance. We made all-time high. That's the day where we should be happy about the crypto market. But at the same time, for the GC family, it is kind of the disappointment, right? I'm perfectly aware that Dogin Hood, once created, they like made record-breaking mint on base. They registered nearly million users on their tab game. So like a lot of expectations were made when like the sentiments was around all-time high, but the verification of the sentiment was executed when the sentiment was sitting at the all-time low. So uh, I think the key takeaway from here is it's not worth to make any promises. That's the lesson. Of course, nobody was promising that this will be a record-breaking airdrop. I think anyone listening to the last episode of Town Hall could hear that the valuation is much lower, that this is the meme coin. However, it's pretty obvious that expectations were built anyway, as Dogin Hood had a very good vibe, good numbers, right? This is creating some expectations, right? But for me, is the key takeaway that we should like a little bit balance our message. Obviously, when I feel bullish, I'm sharing it. I'm not always correct with this, right? I was bullish about StarHeroes listing, and it was a very good listing. uh, I was bullish about Dogin, and it was not a good listing. I was wrong. Like I get it. Like and I put the blame on me. But at the same time, I would like to encourage everyone to try, give it a chance to the Dogin Hood team, because they made a really, in my opinion, brave decision to resign from a lot of the total supply, to resign from the team tokens, to distribute a lot of tokens to the NFT holders, the group of the people who like spend those $1 fees on that. And obviously this created a bigger selling pressure, not everyone appreciated this move, as the airdrop value was very low at the listing, and I'm completely understanding this. I would be also personally disappointed. At the same time, I think it's good to address some conspiracy theories, because usually around the TG there are a lot of conspiracy theories. Some people, for example, stated that it was like before the token claiming was available for the airdrop people, somebody was already dumping. Like it is obviously untrue. According to the on-chain data, the first like candle built on chain, and I promise not to show the charts, but let's make this one exception, and we can like take a look at the Dogin Hood chart. So basically, all the initial thought around Dogin Hood launch was about this candle, right? That before the airdrop claiming, somebody dumped, right? But according to on-chain data, there was not a single claim from the smart contracts, and this is available to verify for anyone until 10 minutes after the listing. So the thing is that, and this is the case, I thought that this is obvious, but for some people it is still unobvious, that almost every single listing is sniped by very sophisticated bots. They are sniping the liquidity. So this big candle for this up and down, this pump and dump, is made by the user who basically purchased Dogin and sniped the liquidity with 500 Solana tokens, and then he take profit by selling Dogin Hood worth of 800 Solana tokens. The Dogin Hood team or anyone connected was obviously not involved within this process. So I just want to I'm not going to like address every single conspiracy theories, but I just want to say my perspective that you should really not take everything for granted when you scroll the Twitter, all of those like very simple analysis, as a lot of them are based on the emotions, not necessarily on on-chain data. And yes, like that's the first thing about Dogin Hood. So it is currently under the listing price. However, if I could seek for some positives, in my opinion, they are having a very decent number of holders, and the sideways distribution is like the element of success of every single successful coin. If you take a look on any like good meme coin, you don't want to have a big pump right away at the listing. You want to build the culture by a sideways move, sometimes taking even for months before the big pump is going to come. And I think this is the battle test for every one of us, whether people are going to join into the Dogin Hood culture, into the Dogin Hood meme coin, whether they are going to let's say shield their backs, or they are going to basically do the opposite. Like the decision is up to everyone. I'm not surprised that those who received like $2 or $5 airdrop are resigned, especially that at the current price level this airdrop value is not that big. However, it is what it is, and the way how I treat this as the GameSwift founder is we are here to diversify. So we are incubating the plethora of different projects, from gaming sector, AI sector, from the RWA sector, from Vera chain, and I cannot promise that every single airdrop will be as successful as StarHeroes. Like so far, we distributed 3 airdrops. The first was Spartadex, which was a very decent airdrop. Then we distributed the StarHeroes, which is a super good airdrop worth nearly $30 million. And now the third airdrop came from Dogin Hood, which was a big disappointment, right? If I could suggest is to not is to basically let the other incubated projects cook. I'm not here to build any big expectations ahead of any single product of them, even though that I feel bullish about them. I will try to not share this big enthusiasm. At the end of the day, I'm going to share the data, and you will be able to basically build your own opinion about this. That's the first like panel regarding the Dogin Hood. The statement from me is that I trust in the team. I am not going to. I feel that that would be. I wouldn't feel myself if I would resign after negative price action, right? Usually when I try to support someone, I am doing this regardless of the negative price action. I remember, for example, the Startera times when I supported the T-Land team. They did a pretty good opening at the 10x. Then Dokon wrote before going to the prison that Terran is a dog shit. And what I did everything trying to support them in this very negative situation. So that's also the case with a Dogin. I really trust the team. I know what they are capable of, but it is also the meme coin. It's all about the community. I would say that team is important, but the community is even more important. I think like analyzing, like backward analysis is always correct. That's what people say. But analyzing is from the perspective of the time. Probably it would be better for Dogin to list right after the big hype and expectations raised back in May last year, right? Maybe this listing was a little bit too late. Maybe now it is the it is not Telegram games to be trending. It is not like Vitalik Robinhood games to be trending. Now it's about the AI agents, right? This is what is trending right now, right? So maybe the timing could be better, right? Definitely could be better, right? But still, meme coins are about the culture, and the whole deal of incubation is pretty simple, guys. Like, we are the GameSwift army. We are the GameSwift family. We as the team, we try to share the know-how. We try to make the connections, right, with the exchanges, with the launch pads, with like some other added value angel investors, right? But the other added value, at least that's what incubated projects treat as the added value, is our community. They expect that since they are going to give some tokens for free to the GSWIFT army, they will receive also their support. It's up to you guys. Like, you don't have to support any single project, but if you don't, then this added value is off the table, and automatically we will be not able to deliver more projects. So yeah, that's some additional statement from my side. And the second piece of the statement regards to the GameSwift roadmap, because that was like some questions that I picked from the Discord chat. So a lot of people been asking us about GameSwift chain, when it's going to be ready, and basically let's to focus about GSWIFT. Like Martin Ledicki said, let's focus on GSWIFT, right? So since we like closed like this first pillar regarding Dogin, now I would like to focus about GameSwift. So I still feel confident about what we are doing. I just received the report from our BD and development team, and according to this data, we are going to be ready to launch the modular blockchain in the private mode next week. Please bear it in mind that this will be in a private mode. The reason for this is to allow our partners, including Layer 0, to integrate with it. So yeah, technically blockchain will be launched next week. It will be private. It will be not open access for everyone. This is like one of the requirements from the Layer 0 to have it, to allowing them to integrate with it. and then it will be only the matter of how long it will take for the layer 0 to integrate, to introduce their Stargate bridge. Usually it's up to 6 weeks, but we will see. So this is some of the timelines which like help you to get the taste of what you can expect. According to the historic performance of layer 0, this brings me to the conclusion that the blockchain will be public on around before Christmas, or around Santa Claus Day. Yeah, that's the first components, and like this brings me to the fact that our roadmap from the technical point of view is consisting of the 3 points. The first is GameSwift launcher and platform. This one is already delivered. Second is GameSwift blockchain, and it's going public, like I said, with the timelines that I shared. And the third component is GSForce AI. For this component, I don't want to build high expectations about the timing. It's a very complex product. It will take some time, and I don't want to commit to any dates, as this is a very long-term development. That's the 3 components from the development point of view. And as you can see, this brings us to the roadmap being like almost completed. So to fill the gap of what's next, we are going to focus on the incubation process. We are not promising that all of those incubated projects are going to pump like StarHeroes. It's up to a lot of factors, but we are confident about this model, and we are going to keep doing it. This is supposed to help us being in the trend. And that's it. That's like 2 statements from my side, and thank you for those who I totally like accept and understand your emotions, and hope that this is addressing them enough.
Pan, you really, really looked drained of the energy, and you forgot to mention, or maybe you just stated it in the beginning, that it just opens the airdrop season for GS takers, and Dogin Hood is just the first of hopefully many that will come. Yes, maybe it wasn't a huge success, and many people are not satisfied or even mad at it, but we just wanted to provide you something just by being with us, being with the community, just by staking or using the GSP. You have these opportunities, and it's not up to us to manipulate the price. I would love to take this chart and boop, okay, I'm rich now, but we cannot do that. We can just help with our work, with the knowledge of our team and other resources to work on it. And as just Pan mentioned, Dogin Hood looked like a great project just from the beginning, with the Telegram app, with the number of users. Everybody probably had high expectations, but just the step one, guys. That's just the step one, and the other airdrops hopefully
No, no, no,
for
no,
all
no,
of
no,
us.
no, no. Stop. Let's not put any expectations about that. It's going to be what's going to be, right? We'll see. I feel confident about this model, but I also know that this is all about the diversification. Maybe 1 on 3 is going to be like legendary, maybe 1 on 5, maybe none of them. We'll see. The thing is, and that's something which is also very important for me to address, is the fact that some people even like created conspiracy theories that I am behind like all the incubated projects. So I am not like Leonardo da Vinci of the crypto world. I am like I like my family. I like to spend time with them, and I am obviously not capable to do it. So please bear it in mind that all incubated projects are the external teams. Of course, a lot of those people have not reached out to us by filling up the form on our website. A lot of them are the people from our network that we built over the last 3 years, but these are fully external teams, and we are here to support them.
Right. Thanks for that. You stopped me right in the moment when I just wanted to say we're not promising, we're just trying to deliver and see how it goes. And yeah, speaking of incubation, we have some plans for the nearest future, probably a week or two, some big announcement coming in. But hey, let's just focus on what's right ahead of us. And right ahead of us is basically the next season, the season 2 of StarHeroes. Even though it's not already yet, you cannot download the version of season 2 of StarHeroes. The campaign is already on. So let me quickly screen share to present to you that it is already on. Where do I have it? I have it over here. And everybody, the campaign have just started, like right now probably. It's already on. There you have a tweet about this campaign. Let me just quickly find it. And you have some tutorials, you have some new materials about this game recorded by me, recorded by our team, so that you can prepare the best for the takeoff. But the campaign is on, and I wanted to quickly introduce it. You have some really really simple steps, as you know always. I don't want to log in. As always, you just need to follow some simple steps at the beginning, but later on it gets a little bit harder. Plus, we will have some additional in-game tasks for y'all. So you basically, first of all, need to go these simple steps to get yourself in, and then just stick to the game. Just try out the many changes that we did in the season 2 of StarHeroes. New map, new items, new leaderboard, new incentives for those who are playing, not only taking the top spots in the leaderboard, but actually winning some games and getting some rewards in return. And I want to invite yet another person to this discussion, the real gamer coming straight from our community. Welcome, Goat.
Hey guys, how's it going? Nice to be back on the show.
I have some questions for you two guys, because I've seen you, Pan, playing a lot of Star Heroes in season 1. I know that it wasn't only testing. You generally liked the game. What are your feelings before coming to season 2? Did you see the game? Did you give it a try? Are you hyped? What are your takes on this?
Yes. First of all, I would like to make a small adjustment to your question. So I've been playing a lot until my wife get mad at me that I'm spending too much time at this, and that's true. Like, I need to admit that I was like. I'm having a very competitive nature, and once I started grinding Star Heroes, I wanted to compete and to be better than anyone. What is interesting that our devs like provided with the list of the best players according to the elo points, and after 2 weeks I was like in the top 30, which I treat as a quite a big achievement, considering that I was not playing a lot of Star Heroes in the beta. But then I stopped, especially when those freaking developers nerfed my favorite weapon, which was Gauss, and I was mad at them. Like, I need to admit, I was like the engineer plus Gauss, and that was my favorite meta. Once the meta turned into the tanks, it was not the game which I was good anymore. And when I'm laming, I'm starting to get pissed off really quickly. So maybe I'm not going to put the blame on my wife. It was also part of my personal fault that I started losing, and I got angry about that. Considering that the meta is refreshed, I'm really hyped about this the second season. Probably I would like to see whether my favorite setup are going to be working for me again. And I hope so. Unfortunately, I don't have enough influence Star Heroes developers to boost the Gauss. However, I hope that they will make Gauss great again.
I'm not going to spoil anything to you then. You just need to wait and see it with your very own eyes. Goat, what about you? What about your current hype level for the season 2?
Yeah, I'm quite excited. Hopefully, in season two, I won't get matched against Wojtek. I can see that you've been playing for quite some time while I'm completely rusty right now. And yeah, I played a lot Star Heroes in season one alongside with Slayer. It was a great experience. I would say, sci-fi nerd. I love the game. I honestly think that Star Heroes is one of the best games in crypto. And yeah, I've been like checking the videos with the updates, and it actually looks great. I think one of the greatest adds to the game are going to be the items, right? Because like gamers, it's all about the amount of dopamine that's like released in your brain, and like Star Heroes, like you're winning a match, and you're like excited because you managed to to win, and then at the end of the match, there's another dopamine hit, which is which item am I going to get? And I think that that is a really good add to the game. I'm really excited to like test out this new feature. And it also adds another level of complexity, right? I think back in season one, you had like two layers. Okay, you could like either change the weapon or the ship to counter your team, and I also have another layer which is the gear that you're actually using. Okay, so now it's more complex, and I think this is gonna like introduce more variety when it comes to the strategies that you can use in battle. Then obviously also really excited about the new map, the map changes that you guys did. Also the new leaderboard system, like with the leagues and all of that. I think it's going to be really excited. And yeah, I think that's honestly, damn, there's a lot of stuff, and I'm quite excited for November 11th for the release of the new builds.
Oh yeah, November 11, it is going to be, guys. Everybody here next Monday will be the start of the new season. Everybody buckle up, prepare some space on your PCs, on your discs, get ready with your internet, clean up your mouse and keyboard because we are up to kick off already with the leaderboard and already with some exciting competition. But the esports league, the thing that many, especially Web 2 players, are waiting for, will be starting some weeks later. We still need to prepare it. We still need to, start with the signups, see how many of you want to participate in this league so we can plan it accordingly and not make it too long or too short. I'm being asked some questions about the secret code for the campaign. I'm going to show it right now, everybody. It's Hyperion. And of course, the code I will show you once again at the very, very last seconds of the broadcast. So if some of you are just here for the code, feel free to grab it right now and use it into your campaign to buckle up and get ready. But back to the topics of Star Heroes. You mentioned items, and there was a question about items, Web 2 or Web 3. The items will be like fully Web 2. Let's put it this way. It won't be an NFT. You won't purchase them with any tokens or fiat monies or anything. You will be dropping them after every single match till the daily limit. So as Goat mentioned, after the game, you're having this, oof, I just played 20 minutes of really, really tough game. I won, so I'm getting plus some points, plus some credits, plus some merits, and plus some items. And I need to figure out what to do with them. Do I want a new ship? Do I want to upgrade current ship? Do I want to do something with my items? A lot of thinking, a lot of planning, a lot more stuff to do with Star Heroes. And hey, it's just season 2. It's just like the third version of the game. We had beta, we had season 1, now season 2 already. Some big upgrades, and yeah, I'm bullish for the game itself. Not talking about the economic aspect. I'm just bullish for the game, and many Polish, and not only Polish streamers and content creators are bullish as well for it. And I just can't wait to go. It's just a couple of days.
Yeah, we're really, really close. We're really close. Honestly, I think that a lot of people are going to jump into it also because of the play to airdrop, right? I think that back in the first season, it wasn't really clear how like some players were like farming points, but now you guys managed to to make the system a bit more like clear, right? Like now you have the hero points, you have the match points, you have like different brackets. And I think that's also like a really great ad for people who are actually like farming the airdrop and all of that.
Yeah, and it should be way more transparent to players right now because after playing a match, you have a high possibility of gaining, let's say, couple of coins. It will be actually something around 100, 200 tokens, the new tokens of the new project. But at the same time, you will have this slight chance of a huge, huge pack of tokens after each game. So it should be transparent to you how many tokens you have. The price is not something we will discuss right now, but that's one way. And the second way is your star boost, way more clear way of gaining the star boost via hero duty app, via staking the tokens and stuff like that. So it should be easier, more transparent to you, everybody, and to hopefully upcoming horde of Web2 players. Trust me, we are trying our best to attract as many people as possible, but just for Web2 players, it is still a barrier to come into the Web3 sphere. So we decided to launch on Epic Store as well, and Epic Epic sounds epic for many, many Web2 players, and
By the way,
hopefully it will
Rafael,
will
do we
increase.
have some timelines about like going live on Epic, or this is like because right now you can add to the wish list, right?
Yep, it's totally up to Epic Games. We have some estimated times within a week or two, but I'm not sure if you have the precise date. It's up to Epic Games.
That's very interesting to me because for me this is kind of the verification, like you mentioned, like on the interview which is not released yet, but I could listen this from the backstage. It was a good strategy to start for the Web3 audience because I came across a lot of Web3 games starting right away on the Steam, getting a very negative feedback, which led to the very negative sentiment around the game, and which in total like calculation almost crushed them. Like Phantom Galaxy was a good example of a very interesting game, but which started right away on Steam, or it was maybe Epic Games. So now we built some base of the Web3 gamers, and I'm really curious of the feedback from the Web2 people, because especially that you've been present to the PGA, to the Poznan Gaming Arena, where it's 99% Web2 gamers community, and they've been really bullish about that. So I'm just really curious whether Web2 gamers matured to adapt Web3 games, or maybe to turn around these questions, whether Web3 games are good enough and mature enough to interact and to encourage Web2 gamers to play them. I'm really curious, Godfather, what do you think about
Yeah.
where we are in the Web3 gaming adoption chart?
Yeah, I think that this has always been the greatest, the hardest thing to do, right, in crypto gaming, which is to get like traditional gamers to actually play our games, and this is like due to, I think our reputation got like stains in 2020, and I think overall, like people still don't really get the like why we need NFTs, what crypto is all about, and I think that's gonna start that like point of view is going to start to change, as like crypto adoption changes around the world, right, and people get more and more educated. But I think that's actually changing in crypto gaming. We're seeing like some new games starting to penetrate that like traditional gaming market, right? We've seen like OTG, Nine Heroes, and honestly, when it comes to like StarHeroes, I think that you already have like a solid product that can attract like Web 2 players, because let's be honest, like the standards of Web 2 are different than the standards of Web 3, right? Web 2 players, like in Web 3, it's normal to like launch a pre-alpha, right? In Web 2, that never happens, right? Either we have like the game almost fully developed, or I mean, don't even present the game to the audience, right? So the standards are higher, but I believe that StarHeroes, I still didn't play the new build, right? But I believe that already has the potential to start attracting traditional gamers. And I think that the strategy was wise to launch first on Epic Games, and then maybe later think about Steam. Also, because the last time I checked, Steam wasn't really like crypto friendly. Like you mentioned, Phantom Galaxies, I think they have like two versions of the game, right? They have like a Web 2 version and a Web 3 version. And I'm not sure how well that works out, in the end. It's like some guys have NFTs, but then the others are purely Web 2, but then there's like crossplay. I'm not sure how easy it is to do that. So I think it is the right approach, like to first build the game, like develop it, add more content, add more features, balance the game, and only later like fully introduce it to traditional gamers, right? Because it's gonna be your first impression in a whole new market, it's a whole new audience, and these are different types of people. Okay, people who are looking for a more polished game than the typical degens in Web3, let's call it like that. So I think it's the right approach, honestly.
And I would add to that just one more thing, that we are somewhere in between the really special game that Web2 players would would love. We have a really nice product, in my opinion. We are not top tier in terms of Web2, but we are really top tier in terms of Web3. So this might be good enough game to be picked up by the mass of Web2 players. And also the Web3 segment is well hidden. You don't need a wallet, you don't need an NFT, you don't need any specific token to play the game or buy anything. You can just download the game from GameSwift Launcher or from Epic Games. It would be easier for Web2 players, and just go and just play and just don't care about all the tokens, NFTs, airdrops, and stuff like that. Just sign up to an esports league, just create a team, just feel the vibe of the competitiveness, and then later on, maybe you will find the Web3 segment interesting, or just completely skip it. Just be a player, buy G-Bucks with your fiat money if you're interested. You don't need to get into crypto at all. And I do believe that might be the proper approach to meet Web2 gamers, to not scare them off, to just say, hey, we have a nice game, feel comfortable playing it, and then maybe if you want to discover the other segment, the Web3 segment of our game.
Yeah, honestly, I think that's really the way to go. You can like look into some examples in the industry, right? Like OTG, they don't even have a token, right? You just like download the game, you play it, and that's it. And I think OTG probably is like the game that has seen more success outside of Web3. And honestly, what you just mentioned, I think that's one of the reasons why it was so successful, right? Like players are playing the game, there are ongoing transactions, but I feel like they don't even know that there's an ongoing blockchain transaction, right? They're not even aware of it, but it's under the hood, it's actually happening, right? There's like decentralization right there. And yeah, you have to consider that in Web 2, people are not as educated as people in Web 3 when it comes to NFTs and crypto. And I think there's a natural human tendency to like not like things that you don't understand, right? So you don't want to like introduce these elements of the games, like Web3 layer of the game, in the face of like these players who are still not educated when it comes to crypto.
But the education is happening on the daily basis. Everybody is just trying to learn. If they want to, if they don't, then just present them a good product, a good competitive game. So once again, everybody, if you're here for the code, for the ongoing right now campaign, I'm going to review the super secret code. It's Hyperion. That's the code for today's mission on the Star Heroes Galaxy campaign. So feel free to use it. Feel free to type it down and claim your XP points to get higher on the leaderboard. And yes, please get ready for season 2. I want more players to compete against. And yeah, that's, I do believe that was enough for the topic of Star Heroes today. Because let's just wait a couple more days to actually be talking real business in the season 2, and maybe flying some spaceships and take it from here. Do we have any final words for today's town hall, guys? Do you want to summarize it?
Yes, like thank you, Trump, for making crypto great again. Glad to see you in the Oval
Yeah,
House.
my room just turned red for this occasion.
Yeah, like it's good also to see Bitcoin at the all-time high, and let's hope that this post-election rally, because historically the post-election rally was a case, and until like January, when like the president, elected president, start to is blessed, right? That's the very good time for the risk assets, and let's see whether it's going to happen. But definitely it looks good. It looks good, and this is also like in a lot of town halls. I like to say that a lot of projects are waiting for the better market conditions. For example, a lot of people are waiting for Bera chain. So a lot of people are waiting, maybe a little bit less, but still, our GameSwift family is waiting for the GameSwift chain. These products were waiting for the better market sentiment, and I feel like it's coming. Right, the same goes with the incubated projects. So let's hope that this rally will really begin, because I think after the last 7 months, like I think March was the last month when people was very happy about the crypto market. From that time, only some amazing meme coins pumped by the insiders, they made like a very good profit, and it's been a tough, man. Like the last 7 months are full of disbelief, are full of very negative price action in the whole crypto sector, and we really deserve a better time. And yeah, that's what I am counting on.
Fingers crossed for it.
Yeah, I feel like it's time to reap our rewards, right? We've been like hodling for such a long period of time, seeing our portfolio going down, and I think it's like time to harvest our crops, right? And like this Trump adoption, I think it's good, obviously, for our portfolios, right? But it's also like really a game changer for the whole crypto industry in the world, right? We have like someone such as Trump, talking about Bitcoin, talking about crypto. And I mean, a lot of people look up into Trump, like for guidance. And I think it's going to be like a huge game changer for crypto, because a lot of people are going to be interested, in my opinion, in the whole crypto industry after they're seeing such like top figures like Trump and Larry Fink shilling it, So I,
Who
I
else?
think it's gonna
Also
like,
Bitcoin, right? So the biggest like asset management company, president of the fucking United States, like
yeah,
Elon Musk. Who is left? Like,
Elon Musk, yeah, was left, and I think that's really gonna be a game changer. I think this is the moment where people really are gonna get into crypto, like the what we call the normies are gonna start like adopting this technology, and inevitably, indirectly, that's gonna also affect crypto gaming.
yeah, and maybe I will address some questions regarding the games. So, if you just started watching to the episode, first 20 minutes were based on the two pillars. First was about the Dogin Hood airdrop. Second was regarding GameSwift and its roadmap. I see a couple of questions regarding the roadmap, so we can roll back to the start of this episode. If you still feel that there are some elements of the roadmap which are not clear for you, please let me know or in the comments under this episode, and we'll address them next week on the next GameSwift Town Hall.
That would be cool. So, guys, prepare your best questions. Prepare the toughest one, maybe even, to get the information. Let us little time, just a week, to prepare for them, and hopefully we'll come with a full, satisfying for you answer. But for now, for today, I do believe that's all, and we will get back to work. Am I right?
Yes, sir. Thank you, guys.
Thank you very much, everybody, and see
Yeah, thank
you
you.
next week. And for the gamers, see you tomorrow at GameSwift Game Night. That will be the last game night without StarHeroes. After that, we will be crunching this game because it finally will be live. See you soon.